Hello, if you are watching this, I am here to just give you a quick guidance on a couple of things. This is for a listening and pronunciation activity practice recording. So I'm going to share my screen with you. Uh, so there are a couple things that I usually do for listening and pronunciation practice. Okay, so the first thing I usually do for listening is if they are wanting to say actually practice listening itself, there are some great materials that you can use. I use this website here called Engu. And I will, if you want, you can just type in engu.mx, and then they will have lots of materials available to you. If you have a problem, just let me know and I'll send you a personal link. But yeah, here you have materials of all different kinds, daily news, conversation, business, and like what we're going to practice today, pronunciation. So here with pronunciation, they have basically every single sound in English that is known, and they tell you a comparison between the two most common ones that students will have general mistakes with, and come do a little compare and contrast. So to give you an example, these are the two short sounds of ah and So this is fun, right? And then this is heart. So this is ah, and then this is And they basically, what they can do is press this little audio recording. Fun. And they can hear it themselves, and they can do a little listening while practicing. And you can do this with them in class. And then after you practice all of the sounds with these vocabulary, you can easily just go into these sentences, and they give you practice with each of them. So Robert is my brother. So the sound here, and then here's the sound. So I met Annie's father. So it gives them a real quick way of practicing the pronunciation. And if they make a mistake, they can listen to you and practice even more. Okay, so the next one here is great. This is where I found this resource to be extremely helpful, and that's why I'm sharing it with you, is primarily this part, and that is they have this little story, and all of the words that are practiced, the two different pronunciation in this lesson are highlighted, so they can see them boldly here, and they can practice this. Now, you can practice this with them in class, or you can have them do it as homework. So it really challenges them, not having you hold their hand. And there is another tool that I will share with you on how to do that. So there's this place called Otter. Let me show you. This is what I use for most of my classes for speaking, whether it's for tests or pronunciation practice. And so I have this student named Annie, and we have a speaking class together. And so I will give her some recordings to do. So like this one here. And she basically, what happens is, ooh, this is actually not a good example. The good example I wanted to show you was this one. And so here she shows me every single word that she says. And that helps me not only know she's able to say it correctly, but just to make sure, if I don't think she's saying it correctly, like I look at this one here and click on it, this is what will happen.
And really confusing because
Okay, so here I see that this word here is not the word that we say in English. And so I'll be like, oh, Annie, I think what you said here was confusing. And they'd be like, ah, yes, that's right. And so you can practice this word with them after they do their practice. And so if you think this is a really cool tool, check it out. It's called otter.ai, and it's free. I will send a link in the description down below where you see this video. and you can sign up for an account. And it's very easy. And when you are done signing up for an account, you can just basically create a group with your students by going to groups like you see here. And there's a plus button. If you press the plus button, you just basically create the name here of whatever you see. You say like student's name, okay, and then class or whatever you want to call it. And then afterwards, you're going to need their email address for them to join the group. Keep in mind, they also need to create an account on this website for it to work. Okay, that is a very important point. They also need to create an account in order for this to work. So it's not very hard to create an account. Maybe it takes about 3-4 minutes. You can do it in class with them, teach them step by step on how to create one after you've created one yourself. And then they will know how to do the rest, I'm sure. It's very basic. It's not hard to understand. Okay, hope this helps. If you have any questions, you know, you can find me on Amazing Talker or leave a comment down in the description below and I'll make sure to respond back. Okay, great. Thanks for watching.